Hey guys, I'm Daisho and I'm here playing some Magic, and today I'm going to be running Ancient Wilds. Don't remember if what I'll title. Never mind. I'm gonna stop talking because I was about to say something really dumb. But this hand kind of is terrible. I don't really have a play till turn 4 because I'm not going to play Eternal Witness with nothing in the graveyard. And then so slow. All right, I'm gonna toss it back. It was keepable, I admit, but I didn't like it. I don't know why this guy's in the deck. That's a little weird. But, I mean, he can't hurt. When you have a ton of flash and stuff, then it's not bad. And I think I put Caller of the Claw back in. Can't remember. I don't know why this guy's in, though. I think I accidentally, or I put him in, like, as just a thought earlier, and then never really... I don't know. Whatever. Either way, next turn I'm going to play Fauna Shaman, and, playing against Exalted. That's a really strong deck. But it's fortunate for me that he didn't get that guy out turn 1. Cool, we did get the land here, so that's really nice, because then I'll be able to play on curve. Otherwise, I was going to probably just toss away, like, Ambassador Oak and go get a Wood Elves so that I could ramp up. But since I'm going to actually be able to play on curve, I don't think I'll do that. Though I could just get, like... Well... Alright, let's see what happens here. He's gonna swing in. I'm gonna take it up. What are you doing? Why do you not Daisho angry. Okay, well our options here are we could either play Manaplasm or we can just let's read him. Whenever you cast a spell, it gets +X. I mean that just puts such a strong threat on the board right away. And I can also swing in for 2, but my other option is to discard it, go get, like, Vengevine. Nah, I don't know. Because tossing Vengevine in the yard is really good, but I want to just be pretty aggro here because I know his deck is really aggro as well. And then hopefully I'll draw the land. Otherwise, I can always just go get an Elvish Visionary and then play that and still be able to swing in for 3. But this way, like, if I do draw the land, then it just gets silly. Although, I mean, I do have Briarpack Alpha. I guess I should bring up these cards, because you guys probably don't know them. Well, most of you probably do, but not everyone does. Anyway, let's just keep going down the line here. And... Alright, so now he decides to attack, which he should have done last turn, but Overrun is obviously insane. And then there's Elder Scaleworm, which is just cute. I'll take it here, but... Alright, so next turn I definitely can't swing in with my Fauna Shaman. So, or... Actually, if I do draw the land, then I'm fine. I did not draw the land, but... I did draw a Thornweld Archer, which is really good. So I have a couple options here, as I was just saying. I kind of want this dude out here. So maybe I just ditch the Elder Scaleworm since I'm stuck on 3 lands anyway. So anyway, it's just gonna be play this guy and attack, and then I guess that was dumb. I thought about it and then I changed my mind at the last second. But what I was gonna do is I was just gonna use this ability and then ditch my Elder Scaleworm and go get an Elvish Visionary. But this works too because now he can't swing in pretty much. So that's good for me. Spirit Mantle. Okay. Well, what can I could get an Acidic Slime to deal with that. But that's pretty bad for me. I might just Beast Within it. I might just have to do that. And Beast Within isn't even terrible for me. Alright, so that's probably what I'm going to do here. But first, I do want to go get something else instead of this Elder... Yeah. Alright, so let's get rid of you. And I could get a Thragtusk, or just like an Awakener Druid. Roaring Primodox would be fine. I was thinking that I was gonna get yeah, I'll just get a Thragtusk. What? Thragtusk. Why didn't that work the first time? That was weird. Alright, so did not draw the land again, which is a little bit unfortunate. But what I can do is I can probably kill one of his duty bound deads here. Swing with the team. And I actually have 2 options here. Could save... Oh, wow. Hold on. He just took it. So he's at 20. So 2... 6, 7, 8. So I can either swing it for 8, or I'll just save the damage next turn. I'd rather save the 2 or 3 damage than deal an extra 3, because depending on whether or not he plays a exalted creature this turn. But I really just need to draw 1 more land and I'm fine. 2 more lands and game's over pretty much, because like you drop Thragtusk and gain 5 life and get an amazing blocker or attacker. It seems pretty much like there's nothing he can do. I mean, I just don't have much faith in my opponent. He's just going to pacifism. Yeah, that guy, Manaplasm. So, I mean, Manaplasm really worked out here for me. So that's good. But just get rid of him. I hope I hit the right thing. I guess... No, that would be terribly stupid. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we got the right one. So that's why Spirit Mantle's not a great card. I mean, I did really give him a 2 for 2 since I gave him a 3/3 and I used a card and all I did was get rid of 2 cards, but I also saved some life, so that was good for me. Yeah, alright, cool. We did draw the land that we needed. So I guess I could just swing in with the team here, and if he decides to block my Fauna Shaman, which he probably will with the 3/3, then I can just Briar Pack Alpha. And then, like, I mean, it seems like a really mean thing for me to say, but my opponent isn't very good, and when he walks into stuff like that, it just makes it a lot easier to play. I don't know. Like, it's not necessarily good play on my part, because although that was definitely a good attack, since there was really no downside for me to attack there with both of them, since I was just going to play Briar Pack Alpha anyway. But what he needs to do is instead of instantly... What? That's the wrong target. Because now you can't attack this turn. Although I am at 13, so... I don't know, it's reasonable, but like when I'm holding a handful of 4 cards, I obviously have something that I want to play already, and I don't need my Fauna Shaman, which he unmade, so I can't even find it. But anyway, let's just swing in here, and then not going to overrun this turn, but I guess I play the Ambassador Oak and then pretty much just win no matter what next turn. There's no point in giving something +2, and this adds more power to the board, especially with an overrun. So that's the plan here. Manaplasm really does work. I actually think that I might keep it in the deck, even though I guess I had it in as an experiment, and at least this game it went really, really well. There we go, he's got another duty bound head. But anyway, as I was saying, my opponent really just needs to stop and think about what I can have. If you know what deck you're playing against, you should really familiarize yourself with all the decks that are in this game. So that's amazing, because I mean, I could just get this guy back and then play him again the next turn, but we're just going to overrun and win here. But you need to familiarize yourself with the decks, understand what kind of tricks and instant spells that your opponents could have, and then play around them. So obviously, if I'm swinging into a situation where my Fauna Shaman, which is a creature that I presumably want, is about to die, and I have 4 mana untapped, then I probably have a Briar Pack Alpha. So anyway, that was the video. Daisho bashing noobs because he's a jerk, and playing Ancient Wilds to success, even though I did miss a land drop, which was kind of unfortunate, which is weird because I have 25 lands in the deck. But anyway, that was the game, and hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice day. Bye. Hey guys, I'm Daisho, and I'm here playing some Magic, and today I am running Peacekeepers. I think this will be the last Peacekeepers game, not forever, but for a decent amount of time. This hand is so good that I don't want to throw it back. I do have 2 Geist-Honored Monks that I won't get to play forever, but I do have 3 cards. I'll toss it back. And of course, I get just destroyed because of that. Alright, my opponent did send me a message, so that's nice. Oh, thanks. I hope you see this video, and you see the destruction that I could have laid upon you, but did not, because I did not keep my first hand. But, I mean, this hand isn't terrible. It really isn't terrible, because depending on what deck he plays, pacifism could be insane. If he's playing Pack Instinct, then pacifism is really just insane. It becomes so good, because he's playing 4 drops. Oh, wow, and I did draw the Raise the Alarm, which is really good. Because he's playing 4 drops, and I just use a 2-mana spell to completely neutralize, nullify, destroy, massacre, hope that it cries and dies in hell and stuff like that. And so it's just like a huge advantage for me. I mean, it's not an insane advantage, but it's a pretty big advantage. And the fact that I play first, and if I do draw my last land to play my Geist-Honored Monk, then I am actually in pretty good shape, because I mean, obviously, a Geist Starter Monk is maybe not going to be bigger than his guys, but it's about as big. Leatherback Baloth. Or, I mean, he could be playing Ancient Wilds. You usually see, like, a Elvish Visionary turn 2, but, I mean, if you don't draw one of those 3 Elvish Visionaries or the Former Shaman or something like that you want to play turn 2, then you don't get anything. But, anyway, let's bring up the cards. You guys, I mean, I guess you guys know what all these cards do. Pacifism, and then there's Geist Starter Monk, who has a lot of text, but it's a pretty good card. But, yeah, either way, I mean, I missed out on a 3-drop, and I did hit my 2-drop, which was nice. But there we go. He's actually playing that deck, Ancient Wilds. So that's a little surprising. But it's not great for me. Obviously I'm not going to pacifism Wood Elves, but I don't really want to lose one of my creatures. Definitely don't want to play Guardian's Pledge yet. Maybe I just don't attack here. I mean, I think that's the play. I could swing in, lose one of my creatures, kills. Well, I guess I didn't take into account the fact that killing his Wood Elves is value, in case he plays a Roaring Primodox here. Then his Wood Elves is going to gain him a lot of value over the game. That's actually kind of funny if I do pacify his Forest, because then if he bounces this, then the pacifism goes to waste. Alright, well, this is not the greatest situation here. Well, I did draw the Geist Starter Monk, so that's, I mean, the land for the Geist Starter Monk, so that's good. Because now my Geist Starter Monk is 5/5, and I have Guardian's Pledge mana. I mean, not Guardian's Pledge mana, but I have Guardian's Pledge. So, hopefully I can win the game next turn. It's a possibility. These guys get him for 6. That takes him down to 12. So if he just doesn't block the Geist Starter Monk, then that'll take him to 7. Wild Pair. Alright, well, if I do want to win, then I should think about doing it now. I could pacify his Wood Elves, and then that would basically... Alright, let's just do the math here. Alright, so whatever, that's annoying. Anyway. 6, 12... Okay, so here's the deal. He either has to lose his Awakener Druid, thus losing the Forest creature, or lose the game, because I do have this Guardian's Pledge, which will win me the game here, I believe, if I did my math correctly. And I always do my math correctly. Yeah, that'll take him down to -1. And that's the power of Guardian's Pledge, and that's why you always run that card. Just because it wins you games so often. But anyway, that was a pretty interesting game. I did draw decently well, not outstanding. Drawing that Raise Alarm was good. Making sure that I didn't throw away the token to the Wood Elves, even though there was some value in that plan, I think was good in the end. So yeah, I just kind of got lucky in combination with, yeah, I don't know. I'll play another game. He might switch decks. Not sure. Really no way to tell. I guess past experience would say that when you're playing against somebody you don't know, they tend not to switch decks, or who doesn't know you, since I don't really know this person, but they do know me, so that's cool. And if they do know you, or you do know them, or something like that, then they tend to switch decks and try to have a fun match. But anyway, hopefully he will ready up. Cool. And, I mean, he played well. I guess blocking with the Awakener Druid there seems not great, but, I mean, and then there's only one Guardian's Pledge in the deck. But then again, you have to take into account the fact that I did pacify his Wood Elves, and the only reason I would do that is if I thought I was going to win that turn. This hand is really, really bad if I don't draw a land, but it's really, really good if I draw one land. So, it's hard to keep this hand, but it's also hard to go down to 6. Because, I mean, the chances that I do draw a 3rd land with a 6-card hand are not that much higher, and, like, it's really not going to get much better than this if I draw one land. And there's also a bunch of 2-drops and 1-drops that I can draw that would make it better. Alright, cool, we did draw the land here, so that's really nice. But, another thing that's really nice, Tendonite and Flicker Wisp, they have babies, and the baby is a 1/1 soldier token. So that's nice. Intrepid Hero is good, or hopefully it'll be good this match. I'll probably play Flicker Wisp next turn. Well, yeah, I'll probably play Flicker Wisp next turn. I mean, I just get a free guy out of it and give this guy Vigilance for 1 turn. And then the next turn I can play Glorious Anthem and just basically win. I do have Oblivion Ring and I do have Mausoleum Guard, which are also both good. He easily could have, wow, another Glorious Anthem. He easily could have a Raise Alarm of his own. He could have... Actually, I'm going to play Glorious Anthem here, because he might be playing Celestial Light, and he might have a Day of Judgment, so I'm not even gonna walk into it. I'm just gonna I played one spell if he uses Day of Judgment, then it's basically like Doomblading one of my creatures. So that's fine. And then next turn I can just play another Glorious Anthem. I don't really want to play my Flicker Wisp because then that's pretty much all of my gas wasted. All I have then would be an Intrepid Hero, and then if I do get the other land, then it would be a Mausoleum Guard. But there you go, Day of Judgment. Phew! Lucky, lucky IzDaisho. Okay, so hopefully I draw the land here and I can play my Mausoleum Guard, because that's what I really want to play here. Unfortunately, it's when it dies put 2 spirits onto the battlefield, so if you get exiled by Flicker Wisp, that does not work. It's a non-bow, as somebody would... Well, it's actually not really. It's just not really a good combo. But anyway, Intrepid Hero is good, but you don't want to play him until they do have a creature power 4 or greater, or unless you're playing against the green deck. Because if you're playing against, Pack Instinct, because they're bound to play a creature 4 bigger. But here, I don't know if he will. He might be able to play Baneslayer this turn. That's definitely a possibility. But just Serra Ascendant, which is fine. And anything else? Divine Favor on it. That's fine. Because, see, he does gain the 3 life, which is good for him. And a 2/4 seems really good for him. But this is why, another reason why, like every time you draw this card, you just see more reasons why it's just so amazing. So, yeah, I'm definitely just going to... Alright, well, I did draw the land, which is making me want to play Mausoleum Guard. But I think I'm just going to be a lot more aggressive here and get rid of his Serra Ascendant. So it flickers it, Divine Favor goes to the graveyard, and then it'll come back at the end of the turn. But it has been pretty much just neutered. I mean, it still has the ability to get really large later on, but I don't know. It's definitely good for me. It's definitely better for me than flickering my own Intended Knight to have a 1/1 Soldier Baby, but it still is pretty good. Yeah, the Intended Knight is really one of the best cards in the deck. So that's why, that's why you use the Flicker Wisp in that situation and not the Oblivion Ring, because now I can use the Oblivion Ring and kill it. Well, not kill, but get rid of his Seraph Dawn, so that's pretty good for me. But, oh, wow, perfect. I drew Doom Traveler, so now I can actually curve out really well, which is what I was about to comment on. The fact that I played Flicker Wisp last turn and Oblivion Ring this turn or would have just played Oblivion Ring this turn would be bad, because then I would not be curving out correctly, and I would basically be leaving 1 mana open each turn, which is not really what you want to do. But when you have a handful of 3-drops, which is pretty much what you have most of the time with this deck, just a handful of 3-drops, because there's a lot of really good 3-drops in this deck, and it's just hard to cut it and curve it out correctly. But then sometimes when you get to 6 mana, all you have left is that 4-drop that you've neglected to play for the past few turns. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So obviously I could just play this Intrepid Hero, but let's Journey Nowhere. Okay, so don't even need to do any math, just take that guy and run to the bank. But yeah, I don't think that I would have actually, I don't know. The play would probably have just been to play Glorious Anthem, swing in. He blocks 1 guy, gains 4 life, goes up to 11, and then I'd still kill him with the rest of the guys. Yeah, I would still kill. Okay, so it didn't even matter. I didn't even need that Journey Nowhere, but it was definitely just easier than actually thinking about it and doing real math. So anyway, that was a couple of really good games with Peacekeepers. I got pretty lucky both the times in that I got good draws, but there's a lot of good cards in this deck, and that's what usually happens. If you haven't noticed, I'm not running any of the Captain's Calls, and I'm not really too upset. If you don't draw an Anthem or a Quarter Paladin, then they're pretty much terrible. And 4 mana for 3 1/1s it's not terrible, and it's really good against some decks. It's really good against mono black if they don't draw their Infest, and it's really good against mono red if they don't draw their Flame Break or Rain of Embers or Earthquake or Magma Phoenix. Okay, so it's not, but since they have those 2 cards, then it's not really a great counter to either of those decks. So I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed those videos, or yeah, 2 videos, why not? And have a nice day. Bye.